The next route is short A. Personally, I hate taking short A. I avoid it at all costs. There's just so many angles. It takes a little bit more teamwork to take than a solo queue usually provides. But there's a way to do it. If you know your team is like, yo, we really need you to go short A, okay, fine, I'll go short A. All right. So first thing you want to do is not die. All right. Doing nothing is doing something. Okay. So you can literally just shoot some bullets so that they know somebody is here and don't feel comfortable to push, but don't die. You know, so you might get some people, you might get like a jet player or a sage player going on top of their wall here behind the box, watching you here. You might have somebody, you know, waiting here, swinging this every now and again. You know, just don't give them that early kill because, you know, your B players need time to walk up long B. They need time to take hookah control. And if you die in the first 30 seconds, it makes it really difficult for them to get any sort of control on the map. Okay, so, you know, you want to be a little bit passive here. You want to make some noise. You know, you want to shoot the box a little bit. That spams anybody kind of standing in this area. You know, maybe you only do 20 damage, but later in the round when your teammate whiffs and, you know, he does 80 damage and gets a kill, he can thank you for it. So you just want to get a little damage here. You want to let them know you're here. You know, in the first 20-30 seconds, we're just making noise. We're making them feel like, oh, it could be an A hit. Could be an A hit. We don't know. If nothing is happening here, nothing is happening. Now all the attention is focused on B, right? So now maybe their Raze player is throwing this thing through here. Their Sage is throwing ice walls, you know, ice orbs through the TP. You know, so the more control you have, the easier everyone's job becomes. So you're just making a little bit of noise. You're chilling out. And usually what I do, I make some noise for a little bit. You know, I'm going to try and push this guy back. And we're conditioning him. We're making him feel like this is not a good place to play. Okay, so you ever play the CT side and you're playing it and oh man, every round this guy hits me once or twice. Now I'm playing passive. I don't know if they're coming A. I don't know if they're going B. I don't know where the hell they're going. All right, so that's our goal. Our goal is to make these guys afraid to peek because they know someone's waiting every round, and we want to make them play in more passive spots that we can then later nade or flash before we take the bomb site. Okay, so we're making noise. We go quiet. Usually, I'm just gonna, you know, push them back, and then similar to what we talked about at B. You know, one round I can use Boombot to clear that corner. Okay, if that's clear, I might throw my nade over the truck. Okay, because he can't be, you know, he's got to be somewhere. He's not here. He's probably over there or over here. Those are, you know, maybe one's in heaven. But usually there's 3 people playing here. Usually have one U-Haul side, one somewhere over here, maybe one in heaven or back site over there. So we're just gonna, you know, we're gonna rotate this up. We're gonna drop our Boombot to go into cubby some rounds. We're going to nade different spots based on what. Okay, so that's literally, you know, no one's peeking me, no one's making any noise or whatever. All right, I'm gonna throw a Boombot here. I'm gonna watch this corner, make sure he doesn't come out when I have Boombot out, because now he knows where I am. You know, if that's clear, nothing's happening over there, maybe I'll throw my nade here. Okay, maybe I'll spam a little bit, you know, just to you know, back them up. I want to back them into as passive places as possible. Okay, so a nade comes, some spam is coming. You know, now he's kind of given up control there, and now he has, if he wants to, he has to retake control. Okay, he has to come all the way back out here, not knowing what's going on here. So we want to keep him as far back as possible with as little information as possible. Okay, same thing in this corner. We can kind of just nade this cubby over here if we think that they're in the cubby. You know, we can kind of throw some nades in the corner here. And same thing is happening here. Our teammates now have hookah control, they have long B control, and now they don't know if we're going A. All right, so now when we say, okay, we're gonna regroup B, you know, so you want to make a little bit of noise here, and you're gonna walk back toward B as your teammates are taking B, you know, and then you can start speeding up. Okay, when you're going B, you want to make sure that while your teammate's taking B, this guy isn't saying, let's say he's playing truck, right? and your teammate's taking hookah, you want to make sure that by the third time you're doing this, this guy, when the teammates say they're taking hookah, this guy doesn't feel comfortable to instantly rotate to B. Okay, you want to make sure that he knows someone could be coming A, and I can't just commit to going to B and over-rotating and stacking a bomb site. Okay, and lastly is bathroom control. Okay, same thing with the buy zone. Okay, you want to get here as early as possible and make sure that nobody crosses to the far right corner. Okay, when you feel comfortable, usually jiggle it, kind of come behind the box. You know, I'm just chilling, and I'm gonna spam these spots just in case. And not only that, just in case, but again, we're conditioning. Okay, so if you shoot these spots and this guy is chilling here and he sees you, let's say he's playing this passive angle on the first gun round, you know, a lot of people like to come here and listen. Let's see what's happening at bathrooms. Anything happening at bathrooms? Oh, nothing happening. All right, I'm gonna go get the orb, or I'm gonna push through, or whatever. I'm gonna tell my team they're probably going B. Okay, so let's say he comes here and every round you're spamming this. You're conditioning him to, one, not to play in this area because inevitably you're coming to clear this out, and two, you're fighting for the orb. You're making sure they don't get the orb, and you're making sure he doesn't feel comfortable to do any sneaky things later in the game. Let's say you come bathrooms 3, 4, 5 times in a row. He's gonna say, okay, well, I'm gonna try and get this guy. One comes bathrooms every round. You know, maybe I'm gonna try and op him or whatever. I'm gonna get my operator. I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna try and get him. Okay, so you're basically conditioning him to be afraid to do that. So the first thing people do when they're playing versus anyone doing like a default setup like this is they start trying to push. They say, oh, I know exactly what this guy's gonna do. I'm gonna try and push, but inevitably it doesn't work. Okay, because if they push bathroom or they push short or they push B, anywhere, your team is ready for it. You're waiting for that. That's exactly what you want them to do. It's free kill. Okay, so you're just chilling, you're spamming. Okay, unless you're playing an Omen, nobody is in that corner. If they smoke this every round, you know, some brimstones, like they smoke this every round, try and get the orb or whatever, I'm usually just I'm gonna throw a boombot in there. Sometimes I'll throw it at this angle, sometimes I'll throw it at that angle, might throw it at a close angle, whatever. We just want to condition them that it's unsafe to play in this area, that we're gonna clear it out, we're gonna push you back into the bomb site. Okay, if I think they're getting the orb, I might satchel in there. I would try not to waste my nade on this, because if I'm playing the other side, I'm trying to smoke it and fake it and trying to get you to waste your utility. Okay, so I'm trying to save as much of my utility as possible. So I probably just throw boombot through, listen for the orb, spam, kind of move up. Okay, at this point, if we have this cleared and we have this, the only thing we have to worry about is this close corner. Okay, and honestly, this is a really stupid place for somebody to play, because you're just going to take your time and make sure you get this kill. This is the one kill you have to get in the whole game. So all that matters. Just take your time, and you're doing this, you know, 10 times a day. So you're going to make sure you get this kill. Okay? It's the same as when I take the first hookah peek. You know, by the second, third time in, maybe I still have my boombot here. You know, and peek this. Throw boombot, peek that. Send boombot in. Let's say I peek this far and I'm clear. I can send boombot further into the site, and while boombot's going in, I can peek closer angles. You know, and what happens is this guy's sitting here, he looks down to shoot the boombot, and you peek. Okay, so you know, you're kind of baiting boombot. Boombot is, you know, consider boombot a teammate that's gonna run in and get you information and or take a bullet for you. Okay, so send boombot in, and right as it peeks the corner, you know, you swing with it, because he doesn't know what angle you dropped it at. Maybe you dropped it at this angle. You know, he's got 1 second to decide if he's gonna turn and shoot that boombot or look at you. Okay, and most of the time this is a 1 versus 1. But our main goal is to make sure that they don't play past our imaginary barrier. Okay, so if you can get control of this every round, all right, when your team is taking B, you know, you can have 4 people at B, your short A guy pushed them back and fell back to B. So now it's 4 at B, and you're up close here. They have no information if you're coming A or not. Literally no information whatsoever. And they can't rotate 3, 4 B with no information. So at this point, you're kind of just chilling here. By the 3rd, 4th round, they're basically going to be giving you bathroom control, because they know if they play in here, one, they're taking a 1 versus 1 fight at the beginning of the round, which is not advantageous for a defender. Okay, it's really bad for them to take a 50-50. Either they kill you or you kill them, right? So that's really bad for them to take at the beginning of the round. Okay, so eventually they're going to realize that, and they're going to stop playing in there, because it's just a bad place to play. Okay, and at this point, they're going to start playing more passive spots. They're going to be playing in the site and stuff, which is great for anybody playing there who can be throwing nades. It's good for you who can be throwing nades. Okay, so you're playing more. They're playing more passive now. You can clear this right corner with Boombot. I'm not 100% if I see them there on top, but I think they probably do. A few other things we didn't talk about are spam spots. You know, you can come up here. There's a couple spam spots. Just check some spam videos and practice your spam spots. But basically, you want to make sure you can spam up there and over here. Okay, they're the ones down here somewhere. And you just want to clear them out of those spots. Okay, the more you do this, you already made it so they can't play here. Now you're spamming them there. You're giving these guys like 2 places to play. They can't play here. They can't play there. Maybe they could play here. You know, they have like this spot, and heaven left. There's like almost nowhere for them to play. Okay, so the further you can push them back, you know, spam, wait for the peak, spam. You do this 1 or 2 rounds, and now they're just giving it to you. You know where they're playing. They're going to be playing back there, okay? And you got to be really careful peeking that angle, okay? You might get an op waiting for you there. So usually I jiggle it a few times. You can send Boombot at that angle. You can send Boombot at this angle. You can start fucking with this guy here. Spam this box. And your main goal is just getting in there as close as possible every round before your team decides what bomb site they want to go to. Okay, so let's say you're all the way up here. You have 2 options. Your option is to tell your team, yo, I can fake A for you, or come back to A because I know where they're playing. All right, and the most important, most valuable thing you have is this nade. So this whole round, your only goal is to find somebody to throw it at. Okay, what you don't want to do, what I see people doing all the time, is I'm just going to throw that nade with 0 information. It's my most valuable utility. I have no idea if anybody is here, but I'm just going to clear out a corner with the nade. And it's such a waste to use it with no information. So you want to just get as much information as you possibly can before you throw it. So maybe you have a Sova on your team and shoot an arrow up there for you. Okay, I know he's over there now. I can nade over here. I know he's heaven. I'm going to jiggle him until he's playing more passive, or my brimstone can smoke it, and then I can throw a nade at him there. And when your team is taking the bomb site, you can throw a nade into the deep connector so nobody can rotate in to help them from B. Or you could even just save it. You know, I see people all the time, they're, you know, they like, oh, you died, you still had a nade, you know. Okay, sure, it happens sometimes. It sucks when it happens, you know. Sometimes you go 3 rounds with your ult, and you're like, fuck, you know, I had a good opportunity to use my ult there. I should have used it. But, you know, saving your utility, now you have the bomb planted. Once the bomb is planted, you do not need to peek. Yeah, you're just chilling in here. Yeah, you wanna wait till they're retaking. You want to be as passive as you can and catch them off guard, okay? Because what's going to happen is, when they're retaking, first thing they're going to do is clear this, because it's the first thing they see. Okay, they can run through there, or they can clear this, right? So they're going to watch this for 10 seconds. They're like, man, this guy's not peeking bathrooms. He's not peeking bathrooms. Oh, man, well, that sucks. You know, and then their next thing is they're going to come up here, and they're going to have to look this way, and that's when you want to shoot them. All right, so you're going to play passive. You wait for them to make noise. When your teammate says, okay, they're coming in, they're coming in, they're coming in, you want to try and catch one. Okay, you caught one. Now they have their attention on you again. You want to go passive again. And you're just going to chill. when your teammate says, oh, they tapped the bomb again, they tapped the bomb again, you know, you have your nade. A lot of times this gets ice walled, you know, so first they got to break the ice wall. When the ice wall is up, they have no one to shoot but you. All right, so you don't want to peek while that ice wall is up, okay? And you want to make sure you have that nade for either the 1v1 or the 2v2, and you want to use it before peeking. Okay, so these are standard, basic, default routes for each area of the map on Bind as Raze, and as we go through it, we're going to go through each and every character, how to play each spot as each character, and then you and your team can decide, you know, how to mix those things together, and you'll see the overall benefit. It's not just what one person is doing; it's what all of you are doing at the same time, which makes it really, really hard for the defenders to hold any bomb sites, to over rotate or stack a bomb site and be there when you're hitting it, because it's extremely easy to run fakes and extremely easy to do takes when they have no information. So if you like the video, make sure you follow and subscribe, hit the like button, help me out a little bit. We're going to be making a lot of these videos as the game launches in about a week from now. So stay tuned, and hope to see you soon. Thanks a lot for watching.